All right, let's talk about Git. It's one of those tools every developer needs, but man, it can feel like a total maze sometimes, right? But what if I told you there's a map? That's what we're doing today. We're going to lay out the entire Git workflow with a super simple visual guide.
Oh, come on, you know you have. We've all been there. You're deep in a project, you're making changes, and suddenly your project folder just explodes. It's this timeline of desperation, right? You've got backups of your backups, code commented out everywhere, and you're just terrified to delete a single line. It's pure chaos. And that chaos is the exact problem Git was built to solve.
So let's try something. Instead of thinking about Git as this big, scary list of commands, I want you to picture it as a map. It gives you a clear, structured path for every single change you make. It's a journey that takes your work from just an ID on your machine to a permanent, safe, and shareable piece of your project's history.
And you know what the best part about this map is? It only has 4 main places to visit. Seriously, the entire powerful process of Git really boils down to understanding just 4 distinct areas, 4 zones your code is going to travel through. That's it, just 4. This isn't about memorizing hundreds of commands. It's about getting the concept of these 4 areas. Once you understand what each one is for and how they all connect, I promise everything else is just going to click into place. So let's meet them.
First up, you've got the working directory. This is the easiest one to get. It's your project folder, right there on your computer. It's your desk, your workshop, your lab. It's where you're actually typing the code, creating new files, making stuff happen. This is where every single change begins.
Okay, next, your changes head over to the staging area. You might also hear it called the index. Now, think of this like a waiting room, or maybe like a loading dock before you ship something. It gives you this incredible control because you don't just save everything all at once. The staging area lets you handpick and group related changes together. It's the secret to making clean, meaningful commits. It's just like packing a box before a move. You choose exactly what goes in before you tape it shut.
So once your changes are all packed up and ready in the staging area, they're ready to be saved for good in your local repository. This is your personal library, a complete history of the project, and it lives entirely on your own machine. Every commit you make is like a snapshot in time that you can always go back to. It's your own private safety net, which means you can experiment and not be afraid of breaking things.
And last but not least, we've got the remote repository. This is the central hub, the main library for the whole team. It's the shared copy of the project, probably hosted on a service like GitHub or GitLab. This is the official source of truth, and it's what makes working together as a team even possible.
Okay, so we've met the 4 destinations on our map. Now let's actually use it. Let's follow a single code change on its local journey, just on our own machine. We'll watch it move through those first 3 areas, from a brand new idea all the way to a permanent part of your personal project history.
It's really just a simple 2-step dance. First, you use the git add command. This takes the changes you just made in your workshop, the working directory, and moves them into that prep room, the staging area. Then, once you're happy with what you've staged, you use git commit. This takes that perfectly prepared snapshot from the staging area and locks it in forever in your local repository, along with a little message describing what you did.
But hang on, what if you want to double-check your work before you stage it? There's a fantastic command for that, git diff head. This will show you every single line you've changed compared to your last save point. It's like getting an itemized receipt of all your edits before you pack them in the box. It is perfect for catching little typos or changes you didn't mean to make.
Okay, awesome. Your work is safely saved in your personal library. But, development is a team sport. So how do you get your amazing updates out to the rest of the team? And just as important, how do you get their latest changes onto your computer? Let's talk about the collaborative journey.
So once you've committed your changes locally, sharing them is literally one command away. Get push. This command does exactly what it sounds like. It pushes your saved commits from your local repository up to the shared remote repository. That's it. That's how you publish your work for everyone else on the team to see and use.
Of course, collaboration is a two-way street, right? While you've been busy working on your feature, your teammates have been pushing their own changes up to that remote repository. So how do you get all that good stuff down to your machine so you can be sure you're working with the latest and greatest code?
And this brings us to a really important difference between 2 commands, git fetch and git pull. Think of git fetch like getting the latest newspaper delivered to your doorstep. You can see the headlines, you can read the articles, but it doesn't actually change anything inside your house. Git pull, on the other hand, is like getting that newspaper delivered and having all the news automatically rewrite parts of your personal journal. See the difference? Pull is more direct, but fetch is way safer.
because it gives you a chance to review the changes before you make them part of your own work. And here's the key takeaway from that. If you use git fetch to safely preview what's new, you then use a separate command, git merge, to manually integrate those updates yourself. Merging is just the act of combining two different histories into one. In fact, a git pull is really just a shortcut that runs git fetch and then git merge all in one go.
So there you have it, the 4 areas and the main commands that move your code between them. And this isn't just some random set of steps to follow. It's a really powerful and intentional workflow that brings some huge benefits to pretty much any project. Let's just quickly recap why this whole thing matters so much.
Well, for starters, this 4-area map just gives you so much clarity. The staging area gives you absolute control to build perfect, meaningful commits. Your local repository is your ultimate safety net, a full backup of everything. And the whole system provides a structured, calm way to collaborate with your team. Honestly, it's just a super efficient guide to mastering version control and leaving those final_v2_real_final file names in the dust for good.
See? When you start thinking of Git as a journey through these 4 areas, it stops being a scary list of commands and it becomes this logical, powerful tool for being creative and working with others. You've got the map now. The only question left is, where's your code's journey going to take you next?